I have one thing to add though. Just speaking on the Steve Harvey situation. So his first marriage didn't work out, and he wasn't the best husband, which means he wasn't the best father. So maybe she just was a product of her environment. Like you didn't see love in, the most healthiest way. You didn't have that example of your mother working out things with her husband, overcoming those challenges. So you didn't have those skills. Like, how do you didn't have that? So how can you just expect to, like, obviously that's why she didn't do it right because she wasn't taught
I'm
those
divorced from my
skills.
kids'
Right.
mama.
So you think
But I
that
mean,
So
but she was
I'm
a
divorced
product of her
also,
life.
just like Steve Harvey.
I'm not saying that it has to be that way, but it was a result. It is a possibility. It's something that's more likely to happen. When you grow up in a broken household, then you're gonna create another broken household a lot of
I
no?
times.
broke my kids' household,
So
but
Not
guess
always.
what? I'm in my kids' face on a normal basis to keep them supported and uplifted.
So you saying a
Do you
person
have a
I
good
want to.
relationship with your with the kid's parents? Sorry, Trevor, I know you're trying to speak. So with you
You good? You good?
the mother of your children let go, do you have a good relationship, a good working relationship with them? With her, sorry.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
that's important. I come from a broken home. My parents got divorced when I was 5. My sister's a 30-year-old successful single woman. I am a 35-year-old multiple dating male that can't hold down a relationship. And it's just one of the, well, I can hold down a relationship. That's the wrong word. But when things start to get difficult, I resort to, oh, well, bye. Does that make sense? And that's not a horrible thing. It's just a defense
What's
mechanism because
difficult
I
though?
seen my dad leave when I was
Are
5.
you able to delineate what the difficulty is?
Am I able, in what way?
You said when things get difficult, is it always something different or is it always something the same,
So
and
my
that
my
causes you to move?
my issue is I actually don't like being how do I explain? I I like to do my own thing. I like my own space. I like my own time. I like to be able to just be me. And I do think a relationship works when two people just come together and those two parts work together and they still have their own lives, but their own lives work together. Does that make sense? That
No,
is the
I would disagree.
okay. Sorry,
Women
this
need
isn't
someone to lead them, and if you're
why.
just moving around doing what you want to do, and it's kind of like she's just like, okay, so what are we doing?
But if she's doing what she wants to do in her life, so she's
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 supposed to
on
do what
to
she wants to do. She's
yeah.
supposed to
So
do what
and
you are
and then
leading
you
her
put
to do.
no. I'm not. No, I don't believe that you're there to lead because there are definitely. I don't believe in gender specific roles. I believe that we're all human, so that's the base element. So you could find a woman with the exact same traits as you, let go, and she would challenge you to the nth degree, and you might find that amazing. But then again,
No,
you
I
might
wouldn't say that amazing.
okay, that's fair.
Your ass
Some
sounds
people
bad.
don't like that. I like to be challenged. I like someone that's going to push me to be a better version of myself
You
because
can't push yourself to be your better version of yourself. You're supposed to
yes,
push yourself. Your
but
mirror is supposed to push you, not a
this is
woman.
true. This is true. But if you actually look at life, there's always someone that sets the pace, and then there's always someone that wins the race.
You set the pace.
Yeah, I know that.
You want a
Okay,
woman to set the pace?
no, but I want a woman to keep up. I want a woman to want to take over for a
You
bit
ain't
because
doing
she
nothing.
wants
You
to.
say you like
She,
to do what you want to do. Like you're
so
not
yeah,
going in a particular direction. So how is she supposed to keep up with somebody that's moving around everywhere?
okay, that's a very fair point. That is a very fair point. But
Yeah, but
when you
like,
mean moving around everywhere, I mean when I say I like to do my own thing, I like to be able to take my dog out for a walk and not have to worry about going out for a walk with the significant other as well as the dog. I like to be able
We
to
talk about taking a dog out for a walk. We talking about life decisions.
well life decisions you make together. That's just like I'm talking about. I like a bit of space. I like to be able to have my free time. I don't think you need to be joined at the hip in a relationship. That's what I'm trying to get at.
he doesn't want nobody needy, like always wanting to be around him all the time. Like if he wants to, like, if you got 7 days in a week, he want to spend time with you maybe 4 of the days, right?
You'd be
I don't know,
lucky if you
something
got
simple.
2. But
Two,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, no, it's not that bad. But I genuinely believe that we're meant to come together and have children. I don't believe we're meant to come together and actually have a serious relationship. I believe we are.
What?
I'm sorry, you guys can. I'm just gonna blow this out. That we're
See, this,
not.
this this the reason why we got so many fatherless children now. Folks just want to Shit is crazy.
You,
Man,
you sound like you don't
I
even like women. Do you
no, I
even
love
like
women.
women?
I love women. I
What are
genuinely.
y'all hearing?
I mean the
How
company
y'all
of
get
a
that he
woman.
don't like women out of
I
that?
mean the company of a woman. There's some men
The
that will
company
sleep
of the
with
woman,
women, but don't.
In
I
what
can.
way?
But there are also so y'all sound like the needy ones. Like there
I'm
are
not
some
needy.
people
I'm
who
cool. You can
I
have your
am
own
needy.
space.
I
there are
need a
some people
woman. Yes, I'm needy, wanty, all that stuff. Yes, I want to be with a woman, around a woman. Yes.
all the time, 100% of the time.
If we end up getting married, I'm gonna be around you all the damn time. So I got to get used to being around you all the time before we get married.
Do you want her breathing down your neck by your podcast?
We're not talking about breathing. She could be in the other room while I'm over here. She
So
could be
that's
in
your
one
own
room and I
space.
could be in this room.
But what
Right.
you mean when it isn't like that? That's what I'm trying to get. You that's her giving you space. There are
Yeah.
people out there that would want to be sat literally to your right hand side right now, just
You
watching
said you
do
don't
this.
want to be around a woman number 2 times a week.
No, that was a joke. That was a joke
Oh,
because she
okay.
said 4. I said 2. I wasn't being deadly serious. So
Okay.
I have a partner. Me and my partner spend most of our time together. Today I said, do you mind going home so I can have some time to myself? She kind of got upset. We nearly had an argument. We both held it together. We didn't have our argument because we always have an argument when we come to leave each other because she gets anxiety and then that causes me to get anxiety because I mirror her anxiety. And
Why are
life
you
really-
mirroring her?
Oh.
Because it's not that I'm mirroring her. I mirror anybody that I'm with. It's just a trait that I have. I pick up on energy levels. I pick up on cues and everything that's going on around.
You don't regulate her anxiety instead of
I
just
try,
being
but
anxious
Alex,
because
you
she anxious.
Every
it's
question.
very difficult. I know it's fine. I try, but I find it difficult. We all have our own issues. Does that make
I
sense?
got you.
So
Send me a
why should
DM. I would love to help. I would love to help. I
Oh,
would love to help.
Wait, I want to
Not
say
send him a
something.
DM.
but
How about you
Wait,
compromise
what?
it? Like instead
What?
of telling, okay,
You
I'm
coach
listening. I
women.
loved it. This is great because
I
genuinely
coach
think
men and women.
Oh, do you?
Precious.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh,
I
okay.
could. How many men do you have on your books, Mr. Letgo?
Yeah, let us know.
I have a women's coaching group, but I coach men literally every 3 days. Like when you
Was
do
that-
one-on-ones, I coach men and women.
Was that
But I
you
have
on,
a women's coaching group, but I coach both. Go ahead.
was that you on the first video that told him to wink after he buys the drink?
What's really funny is I was actually asked to be a dating coach by a lads magazine model and her sister many moons ago. Literally just before I met Kelly, I met a lady. Her name was Hadassah Noble. Her sister is a well-known glamour model. And yes, there was talks about me going down to London and helping men learn to pick up women because it's not about it's. I don't think it's about being mysterious. I think it's about being able to be interesting and being able to hold a conversation.
Just keep this in mind, Alex.
I gotta get Trav in there, y'all.
I know.
Get him in. Trust me. Do you know what? He's the most patient man I've ever met in my life.
Try to regulate a woman's emotions and instead of reacting to a woman's emotion, if you could. That's all I'm saying. Help her.
I will work on that, and thank you for that. I really thank you for that.
Go ahead, Trav.
All right, so I see the point about Steve Harvey, right? Because he's literally on his 3rd marriage, and I would say that that's questionable, to say the least, right? His 3rd marriage. I'm not even down with that one, right? That's just how I feel about it. So yes, she didn't have a proper example to tell her what she should be doing, how to conduct herself, and that's a good reason for part of it, right? However, at the same time, she held herself a little bit accountable, but I see a lot of people really letting her slide. But if you don't know what a calorie deficit is, right, no matter what, you're still going to get fat. If you're unfortunate enough to end up driving in Jersey and you don't know what a jug handle is and you try to make a turn left like a normal human being, you're still going to get a ticket, right? If you aren't getting the results that you want, it's your fault, right? Men understand that issue. Men understand it well. We know that if we aren't getting women the way we're supposed to get women, we go ahead, we hit the gym, we go ahead and we start reading books, we go ahead and we try to get coached, we do better, right? We try to get our money right, get our finances in order, we do better. When women usually say, you know what they say? Oh, we can't find any good men. Where's the good men at? That to me means that you have no understanding, like Mr. Lecco was saying earlier, you have no idea of what the sexual marketplace is like. And you're hyping yourself up just a little bit too much, because I see these men. I'm around these men. I know men who are millionaires, right? Millionaires doing everything right. They go to church, a lot of them. Whoever isn't religious, they still have great moral character. They don't have any kids. They're single. We know what the numbers are. Half of black men are single and childless. What are we doing? So it's not to say that they're not available and they're not a bunch of bums out there. If you're not finding them, then you have to question where you're sourcing your men from. What are you looking for? Where are you looking for these men? Because I run into these men who are ready for a wife early in life from 20s, and they still can't get it. And then the second thing you have to think about is when you start heading towards the East, they simply don't have this problem. They are able to find wives and husbands in their 20s. Why is it that we can't do it? Why is it that we have so much of a problem? It's over here. It's the culture. It's people not understanding where they stand in the sexual marketplace. You are overvaluing yourself, because if you're saying that none of these men are good enough for me, then you don't know what you're talking about. You should know where you stand. You don't know where you stand if you think that these men aren't good enough for you, because you are your results. If you're not getting those men, it's you. It's because you aren't good enough for those men. That's the problem.